What's up, guys? Today I wanted to with a heavy heart, just admit a few things when it comes to Spider Combat. So, to be honest, when it comes to Spider Combat, the Kickstarter and everything, it was, for lack of better words, it was a scam. The whole purpose of Spider Combat was for me to raise enough money so I could fly to Turkey and get a forehead reduction surgery. All jokes aside, we have started development on Spider Combat. Spider Combat is a placement holder. Okay, it's a placeholder. It's not the official title of the game, so calm down. Cool your jets. For those of you who are interested, currently in the alpha stage. So right now, after finalizing the game document, going over everything from what's the combat flow, what type of enemies, where are the powers, all of that, finalizing that. The thing is that I didn't know is that when it comes to Kickstarter, for those of you guys don't know who are planning to do Kickstarter, is that Kickstarter does not take the money when someone donates. For those of you who don't, what's the big deal? So if someone donated on the first, and let's say in 2 months the Kickstarter ends, well, there's no guarantee that that person has the same money to give to Kickstarter when they try and deduct it out of their account. So you're having people who did not even have the funds or who changed their minds. And, that left us with a significantly smaller portion than what I had anticipated. Having said that, I have a lot of ideas. Now, luckily for me, I've secured a programmer and we're working back and forth. And, I get to, negotiate, here and there, because how it works is that instead of going a full project, what we've done as far as gone over this mechanic, that mechanic, this mechanic, and for, him to give me a price. How much is it going to cost to do a takedown? Takedown is $2K. Okay, takedowns are $2K, and it depends on the environmental takedown, which could raise it to $3K. How much is this, right? So we're trying to piecemeal, I guess, the game together in order to give something, because you can only have three, the triangle, right? You can have time, you can have money, or you can have quality. So given that we don't have, the monies that I'd like to be working with, then we have time and then we have quality, okay? That's how that works. So moving forward, many people want to know, what do you do with the money, Lucas? What do you do with the money? The money, okay, has gone to the LGF, okay? And that is the Lucas Grocery Fund. No, I'm joking. I did get groceries with the Kickstarter money. But what it's been going to is going to three things. It's been going to consultations, it's going to go to as far as assets, and then it's obviously going to go to the programmer, okay? That's where most of this has gone from. When it comes to consultation, I don't know if you guys happen to know that, I haven't created a game. I've worked on projects, but as, working on those projects, I've always been the 3D animator. So consulting with, combat designers from pretty big studios. I'm not going to name drop combat designers, animation designers, right? Because when it comes to designing animation for like a movie or a commercial, which is what I'm familiar with, it's very different from designing animations for games. We need loops and all this, so it's very interesting in that regard of actually building this from the ground up. When it comes to as far as, a sound, because you have to understand, sound, all that has to be in there. What's the sound of the game? When it comes to sound effects, when it comes to visual effects. The second thing would be assets. That rolls over into assets. Well, we need a stadium, right? We need an arena. We need interactive environments, because we're gonna have interactive takedowns. Well, now we need, environment pieces for, the character to interact with. There's a lot of things that go into creating a game. When it comes to even creating the animations, the hurdles of creating an animation in-game and then properly translating it to an engine, right? When it comes to Unreal Engine 5, whether going to, hey, do we do motion matching? Do we go that route? Do we do in place? Do we do root? All of this has been decided, right? All of this has been decided, but it comes with iterations. In addition to that, when it comes to going back to the consultation, right? I know a lot of people were concerned with, well, you can't make a Spider-Man game, Lucas, you're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued in oblivion, right? Obviously, we're not making a Spider-Man game. This isn't a Spider-Man game. We don't have the license for that. So obviously there comes legal counseling of, hey, are we cool with this design? Are we gonna be cool with this? We should be fine. Now, of course, anything can happen. At the end of the day, for me, the whole point of this project is to bring back the fun into gameplay. Without the politics, right? Without the manly looking women, without the beta looking dudes.
Put a ticket in and make a name it gay!
Is to bring back the old school gaming of, hey, this is fun. And that is what I am focused on. So moving forward, the vision that I have going forward is to put out a demo, a playable demo on Steam. And God be willing, fundraise off of that demo to build out a full game. I'm looking, obviously not to the extent that, Insomniac or Activision or other publishers or developers have done, but on a very, a smaller, humble scale, depending, on what we raise. All in all, that is the goal. We are working very diligently of coming up with a demo, getting that out, making sure that certain mechanics are well-rounded, fleshed out. We obviously have to have play testing. Then we have to have, like I said, music, voice lines, cinematics if we want to do that. So if the goal right now is to make sure that the scope isn't blown out. In many cases, especially when it comes to indie developers, their scope gets blown out, all right? We're not trying to blow out the scope, firstly, because we don't want to do that. And secondly, we don't have the budget for that. So the point is to keep it very narrow and keep it focused. There's a lot that has to be tackled. There has to be tackled, right? What is the core gameplay loop? How do you want the animation to look? Is it stylized? When it comes to, character designs, what type of character design are we looking at? Are we going more realistic? Are we going more cartoony? What the visual effects? Are we having big visual effects? Are we having small? So all of that has to be decided, right? That's what I'm going over myself of figuring out, okay, what is the vision for this? How do we get this done under budget, God be willing, or at least bare minimum within budget, and put this out, have a little bit enough for marketing and whatnot to get this out so people can play and experience this and fun. That's the ultimate goal, is to have fun. That's the whole point, is not to compete with this person or that person, because you can't, firstly. You just can't, okay? I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Now, if there's a billionaire who wants to give me the monies, by all means. Because there was back in the day, I'm growing up, there was demos, right? They'd give demos back on the disc, like the PlayStation magazine, and some of the demos were fun. Like, you just replay the demo. For example, NBA Street Volume 2. I would just replay that demo over and over and over and over and over and over again until the game came out. God of War 2. I would replay that over and over and over and over again until the actual game came out. So that is the goal that I'm trying to accomplish. When it comes to, a release date, a time date, I can't put anything on the books, right? Because then, put something on the books, you don't hit it, then you get crucified. I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. If you wish to support the project, and very much, I greatly appreciate it, you can support me and the team via Patreon, okay? Every dollar helps. $1, $5, whatever you can give. It helps in play testing. It helps in asset purchasing. It helps in some cases licensing. It helps in getting other animators on the team. It just helps in creating the game. This is a community effort. A lot of the people, when it comes to voice acting, when it comes to the sound design, when it comes to music, they're from the community, right? A lot of the people that have reached out to me are from the community, and they're like, hey, I want to help make this game. I want to help you make this game. And that was the goal, right? Is to bring the community together, to bring something that we can play, that we can enjoy. And that's fun. I wanted to give everyone an update. I want to greatly thank everyone who supported the Kickstarter. I want to thank everyone who's a part of the Patreon. It greatly means a lot. And we are working very diligently to bring something great to the table.